everyone, my name is Alicia and I'm going to present you an overview of the Spanish electoral system as well as the argument used by the people who try to replace or renew it, considering the don't method as ineffective. First of all, we have to clarify what is the current electoral system in Spain. Well, the electoral system currently applied is don't method, created by the Belgian jurist Victor D'Hondt, and it's the most standard system among the European countries, for example, Austria, France, Portugal, or Switzerland. The method consists of an electoral system of proportional calculation that divides the number of votes cast for each political party among the number of elected positions that counts in each constituency. This system was adopted at the time to guarantee a strong governance in the still young Spanish democracy, but its effectiveness is nowadays widely criticized. We have to know its procedure, which is the following. The number of valid votes obtained by the candidacy of one of political parties is divided by the number of elected positions that are disputed in the constituency. From the results obtained, the elected positions are assigned to the highest figure. However, to be able to aspire to representation, it's necessary to reach a minimum of 3% of the total valid votes cast, considering valid votes and blank votes. That means that afterwards it's necessary to reach more votes for each seat. Despite being a system proportional, actually we find many people against this, by the fact that many criticize precisely their lack of proportionality and effectiveness in the relationship between the percentage of votes received and the seats obtained. The main parties, Popular and Socialist, are favored because this system maintains the status quo, making the entry to the parliament difficult for new political parties. In short, it consolidates the so-called bipartisanship. But it's also criticized that the value of the votes varies depending on where vote, since in each province there must be a minimum representation according to the organic law previously mentioned. It's set at 2 deputies per province, so in the smaller province they require fewer votes to reach a seat. Recently, new parties have managed to overcome these barriers to entry. Such parties as Ciudadanos and Podemos have tried to promote a reform of the electoral system, which has already been tried by other parties like Izquierda Unida or UPyD. Other critical voices have proposed the replacement of the provincial district by a regional or a single constituency. But this measure needs a reform of the constitution, and there are other options, like ones which require a reform of the organic law, and not the constitution. This measure would fundamentally favor small national parties such as Ciudadanos or Izquierda Unida. Another argument against this measure is that it favors the appearance in the chambers of representation of extreme left and right parties. It seems that the main drawback to carry out this reform is that the own system favors the big parties, pushing towards bipartisanship, and it's evident that the most favored parties are able to stop all kinds of reform of the system that benefits them. To sum up, it's evident that in the current Spanish political situation, it has once again shown discontent with the current effectiveness of the Spanish electoral system. However, due to the system's own effects, it's difficult to carry out a reform due to the refusal of the political parties favored by the D'Hondt method to change into another that don't favor them. Nevertheless, the strength achieved by this emergence new parties may force the big parties and nationalists to adopt agreements to carry out the modification of this system, or even the substitution of another, with the only goal of improving the proportionality.